Hey y'all, it's Alec with Sharing the Journey. I'm here at work today at the KOA in West Yellowstone, and I wanted to tell you about a couple I met yesterday. So I met this couple that came in here. They were in a road trek van, doing the van life, and they started talking to me. They're headed to their first work camper jobs up in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Let me tell you a little bit about their story. I found it very interesting, and I thought it'd be a good topic we could talk about. So they're in their late 20s. They're from Central California. They both had white collar jobs. I think he said he worked in the mall, and I think she was a secretary or something in an office building. Anyway, evidently the economy in Central California is not what it used to be, and they both ended up losing their jobs several weeks apart. They were both pretty distraught, did not know what they were going to do, ended up losing their apartment, and had to move in with her parents. While they were there, they did not like living under the parents' rules and whatnot. They started watching a lot of YouTube. Her mom and dad had an old road trek van that needed some work. So they started doing some odd jobs and whatnot. Fixed the van up to it's really cute inside. They've done some stuff to it. So the dad gave them the old van, signed the title over. And after watching some YouTube videos, they both decided they would start work camping. They reached out to a couple campgrounds, found one where he's going to go do some general maintenance, which is, I've done that at some campgrounds, at a campground up in South Dakota in the Black Hills. She's going to try to do waitressing and whatnot in town, find a job. They were able to scrape together a couple $1,000s. I think he said he had like $2,000 that they had scraped together, and decided to hit the road. Left Central California, they're headed to South Dakota, and this was one of their stops along the way. If y'all are familiar with van life, they don't have washer and dryers in there. They've got a small shower, but nowhere you can sprawl out. So they booked a night here at the KOA and did their laundry and took hot showers and talked with me. During the conversation, I say young man because I'm 58 years old. The young man indicated that he was a little depressed. He felt like he was a failure at life. They lost their apartment. He couldn't take care of his wife. They lost their jobs. They had to move in with her parents, blah, blah, blah. And he was excited about their work camping job. They were a little apprehensive about the van life and full-time RVing. Said they had some goals of getting a truck and a regular camper, but this is what they had. But the main thing was that he felt like he was a failure, and felt like he was too old to start over, which I told him it's never too old to start over. So I got home last night. I did a little research on the internet to see where the average American is. And I was shocked. Let me read off some of the stuff I wrote down. Here, I'm going to change the scenery so you don't have to stare at me. You can look at the mount. There you go. This is what surrounds the KOA that I'm working at. So anyway, this is what I found out. The average American has less than $1,000 in the bank. The average American doesn't buy their first house till they're 34 years old. Most have, at age 50, still have $42,000 of student debt. Watches 33 hours of TV a week. Hold on one second, I've got to do some campground stuff. Sorry about that. I had some people who needed some firewood and had to go make a delivery. So the average American watches 33 hours of TV a week. Let me tell you, if you're living the full-time RV life, you're going to be outside exploring. You're not going to be watching 33 hours of TV. The average American is 17 pounds overweight. That's one thing I can say. I wish that's all I was 17 pounds overweight. Seriously, got to get on a diet. Average American only reads 4 books a year. Cindy and I have started reading a good bit. Nothing like getting up in the morning, sitting in a lawn chair, drinking a cup of coffee and reading a good book. Average American drinks 11 alcoholic drinks a week. Average American lives check to check. They don't have any savings. If they lost their job today, they'd be homeless tomorrow. And this is the one that got me. And this is how we ended up on the road. The average American desperately wants a career change. Over 50% of Americans surveyed said they want a career change. So I came back to the KOA to talk to the young man this morning. Sad to say that he was already checked out. I wanted to tell him he wasn't a failure. That they had twice as much money in the bank that the average American had. They owned their home. Even though their home was a camper van. Look at these. Let me show you these babies. Even though their home is a camper van, they still own it. They have the title. They don't owe anybody anything. They're completely out of debt. They're making a career change not because they wanted to, but because they had to. And that's okay. I think they're going to enjoy the life on the road. So my question to you is, how are you doing compared to the average American? I bet you'll find that you're doing better than the average American. I know that in my 26 years of law enforcement, I saw a lot of people who were miserable, unhappy, living on the streets. You should be lucky that you're not. Leave in your comments what you think or how you compare to the average American. Safe camping out there. Goodbye.